So meanwhile, if one of my viewers gets scammed by somebody pretending to be me and I get sued, you guys are just going to say, oh, well, you have to wait?
These things happen all the time.
Wait a minute. So you work for Meta, right?
Yeah.
And Meta's response is these things happen?
Canadians are being scammed out of money every day by fake profiles, fake pages, and fake people pretending to be someone they're not. Sometimes even using emotional pleas for help to trick people into sending money. Now that same problem has hit our audience directly, with dozens of fake accounts impersonating Northern Perspective, using our name, photos, and branding to contact our followers. We've reported it, escalated it, spoke to Meta directly, and managed to record their official response.
Let's take a look. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to search Northern Perspective on Facebook, this is most likely what you will find. There are dozens and dozens of profiles pretending to be us with different profile pictures. There's a couple of innocents in here, Next Perspective and Mr. Perspective. So, we don't want to hate on people with actual authentic profiles. They have nothing to do with this. But all of these other ones are people pretending to be us. Now, what this most likely is not just one person setting up profiles. This is a systemic botnet type of a scam. And we're not the only ones that this is targeting. There's other people out there as well. But it's very interesting on the timing that this has kind of come to be. It seems to have really manifested itself within the last month. And we can only speculate as to who. We can only speculate as to, the real motivation of this. But in a lot of cases, this is for malicious financial gain. Now, in one of these profiles, this is what can happen. So this is a fake profile, and the profiles you can tell are fake because they actually have friends. Our official Northern Perspective Facebook page does not have friends. You can't have friends. It's a business page, and that is not a piece of functionality that's actually built into it. So all of these profiles, they're fake, and they ask you to be their friend. This one has over 41. Now, this one is actually even more humorous because on its page, it posted the fake alert profile post that we posted on the actual Facebook page. And one of our viewers humorously points out and says, so is this not the fake profile sharing the real profile about fake accounts? Like, you can't make this stuff up. So it's the fake profile. You can see it sharing our original post. And this is what's happening. So when we started seeing all of these profiles, we tried to follow the rules. So what did we do? We went through the reporting process. So this is Tanya on her phone, and she's just going through this reporting process.
So what you do is you go to one of the fake Facebook profiles. You click the three dots at the top if you're on mobile and say that you want to file a report. It's going to ask you what's wrong, what do you want to report about, something about this page. And then why are you reporting this profile? Because it's a fake profile. And then who is it pretending to be? It's pretending to be a business. Specifically, who is it pretending to be? It's pretending to be Northern Perspective. And if you type in Northern Perspective and you get a drop-down menu that'll ask you to select, you select the one that has 76,000 followers at the time of this recording. I'm also going to put the real profile for Northern Perspective. I'm going to put the link for that in the description because you can just copy and paste the link and it'll bring it right up.
We've been trying to report these profiles for, about a month.
I'd say at least 2 weeks for sure.
And nothing has happened. And we've seen emails from viewers, and we've told them the same thing, just report the profile. And we've had many people doing that, and many people commenting on our live stream, and many people commenting on our different social media platforms and on our videos that they've found these profiles and are reporting them. but nothing is happening. They're still there. So we decided, okay, what do we need to do about this? Well, Facebook allegedly has this process where you can get verified, and it's similar to X where you get this blue check mark and you got to pay for it. So we said, well, if it's going to protect our audience, fine, we'll go through that process. But even that has been a complete nightmare. So Facebook says, well, you have to pay for this to actually get access to the automated tools that prevents this from happening. So Tanya's been trying to go back and forth with Facebook for many, many days now on how to actually get this going. And it ended up resulting in a call with Facebook support.
Well, before that, they were supposed to call me on Thursday on Tuesday when we were in Ottawa. And then I said, okay, listen, I'm traveling. Like, you have this 2-hour window that you'll be able to contact me. And they said, okay, great. We'll call you at 5 o'clock Eastern. Okay, perfect. So I sat there and no phone call. So I emailed them back and said, you know what? Okay, I have to go now. Like, I'm working. I'm not just here for fun. So you'll have to call me Thursday, which is today when we're recording this. And I got a call at about 9:15 this morning.
So Tanya was dealing with that. I was researching the next video that we were doing, and then I saw or kind of heard things starting to escalate from upstairs. So I decided to come down and start listening, and I had heard enough to then inform the gentleman that that this wasn't acceptable. He advised me, do you consent to this being recorded? And so I said, sure, I'm going to record you as well, just so you understand. And this is what ensued in that recording.
You need to communicate with the legal team.
Okay, well then let me speak to the legal team because this needs to stop.
We don't need to speak to the legal team. It's in your terms of service that you make everybody agree to when they're using Facebook, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. So these people are violating your terms of service, correct?
Well,
That's a yes.
There's a team that specializes with that.
I'm asking you a question. If somebody is impersonating another person on Facebook, that is literally violating the terms of service, correct?
Well, it can be violating too. We have a procedure where you report the accounts, right?
And you do
then
nothing.
We do our investigations.
And you do nothing. We have hundreds of viewers that are reporting these accounts, and they're staying up.
Okay, I've assisted, what's her name? I've assisted Tanya to report the account again. And I've confirmed that she has reported this successfully to be investigated, and you'll get the outcome on your end.
Okay, and what about the other 30?
They'll need to be reported. I mean, we don't have control over this. We have a team that specializes with that.
How many people? One? Because nothing is happening.
Everything is to be investigated. It takes time.
Well, it's funny. If I weren't to pay my Facebook bill, you guys would be coming after me same day. And if I just said, well, these things take time, your lawyers would be up my ass, wouldn't they? And that answer is a yes. So you're expecting people to be on this platform, to have their businesses on this platform, and when there's a botnet systemic scam that is trying to impersonate them, your response in charging these people money is, well, it takes time. Is that not does that not sound unacceptable to you?
Well, you're not gonna get a response in 1 minute when there's so many cases out there. We have to follow a queue as well.
That's right, and we've been waiting 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is something that is beyond my control.
So then let us talk to the
We have
person
to
who
follow.
controls this because this is a serious issue.
If you had that option, the system would have directed you to them directly. We don't have that system. That's why you're talking to me right now.
So this seems to be the running trend with this. You know, X, you get verified within a couple of days. YouTube, you get verified within probably about a week. What's the problem here?
These are different platforms.
Yeah.
Different systems.
Indeed. They've obviously thought about this problem and addressed it.
So, yeah, we just have to work with what is there.
So meanwhile, if one of my viewers gets scanned by somebody pretending to be me and I get sued, you guys are just going to say, oh, well, you have to wait?
You know, these things happen all the time. Like I said, you know, these people scamming and all that.
Pardon me.
Happens.
Wait a minute. So you work for Meta, right?
Yeah.
And Meta's response is these things happen?
I mean, if people are creating accounts, right? Is it not something that you see online? People create accounts. We try to do our best to avoid this. We also ask you on your end to be a little bit, you know, careful with stuff that you do.
Actually, you just explained to us that Facebook is not doing their best with this. You've explained to us that Facebook actually does nothing until an account is even reported. And then you go on a wait list, and then that's it.
Wait list for verification.
No, wait list for verification, wait list to investigate the account. Apparently there's a wait list for everything. So Facebook actually is not doing their best at all.
There's queues. It's not only one account that is waiting to be verified.
I understand that.
It's not only one account that has been reported for, you know, impersonating.
I understand that.
Many accounts, yeah. So,
welcome to customer service. I've run it. And if you don't have enough people, maybe you should look at actually increasing your customer service and your technical capabilities to combat this. You guys have already been dragged to congressional hearings and parliamentary committees over this.
yeah, I understand that, but do you understand that it's also beyond my control?
So then let us speak to somebody who can control it.
I also understand that you guys have escalation procedures.
Yes, there are things that can be escalated. If I could escalate this, I would have done that a long time ago. I wouldn't waste your time. If I have the option, I would just do that. Why wouldn't I do it?
So when we have hundreds of our viewers reporting these same accounts and nothing happens,
It's not that nothing is happening. You probably just wanted it for the action to be taken earlier. It's taking longer.
Yeah, because every day that these are up is a potential for people to lose thousands of dollars. These people who are impersonating us are contacting our viewers and asking them for money. And what if they give over $20,000, $30,000? Then what?
I do understand, but so far you've done the right thing by joining the wait list. I suggest you just give it some time.
how many people are on this investigation team across the globe?
That's information that I'm not able to share.
I bet it is.
Available as well.
I bet it is.
Yes, it's internal information.
All right, so just so I'm clear, so there's a sophisticated botnet impersonation effort going on to impersonate us, to create fake profiles, scraping our information, our images, pretending to be us, sending out friend requests, and soliciting people that don't have the money that they're soliciting for, but because they think it's us, these people may hand over this money. And Facebook's official response is, you just have to wait. Am I understanding that?
Yes, we are following the
Gotcha.
procedures. Do we
Gotcha.
have to wait?
Okay.
So there it is in a nutshell. They won't give us the blue check mark to say that you are the official Northern Perspective page. there's, as you have seen, dozens of fake Northern Perspective profiles that are reaching out to people who view Northern Perspective, who are signed up for the real Northern Perspective Facebook page. They're trying to friend these people. And then, as some viewers have been reporting to us, they're getting asked to invest in Bitcoin. So we've reported this scam to Meta today, which is Thursday, June the 11th. And they said a few things. One of the things that was said was, these things happen. So say you hand over like 15 or 20 grand to these people, and then you find out you're scammed. And Facebook's attitude, allegedly, according to this guy who works at Meta, is these things happen. Meta's a multi-billion-dollar company, and they are saying, well, too bad these things happen.
To reframe it, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we did a little research after this, because we said, surely we can't be the only ones having this frustration. And surely we were right. So this is from back in March of 2026. Exclusive: Meta vowed to stop illegal financial ads in Britain. It failed 1,000 times in a week. So this is from Reuters. US tech giant Meta has repeatedly failed to stop illegal ads for high-risk financial products running on its platforms in Britain, despite committing to block them, according to a review by the country's financial regulator. Britain's Financial Conduct Authority, or FCA, found that during 1 week in November, 1,052 ads for currency trading and certain complex financial instruments were posted on Meta's platforms by advertisers not authorized by the regulator to promote them. What's more, 56% of those ads were from an unspecified number of unauthorized advertisers the FCA had already flagged to Meta, according to the results of the review seen by Reuters and reported here for the first time. Meta slowest to remove scam content, says City Watchdog. FCA says Instagram and Facebook owner takes up to 6 weeks to act on warnings about finfluencer posts. Those are financial influencers trying to scam people. Quote, Meta took 6 weeks to act on those requests from the date the warning was issued and the takedown request was submitted, end quote, she said. Quote, other platforms were more responsive, end quote. Dame Meg Hillier, chair of the Treasury Select Committee, confirmed for the record that Castledine nodded in agreement when asked if she felt the big tech companies could do better. Quote, we know algorithms are driving content to consumers, end quote, Castledine said. Quote, we are talking about some of the biggest tech platforms in the world here. I'd like to see them using that tech to identify scam content. At the moment, they are being very reactive, end quote. The FCA said it received 25,000 reports of quote-unquote unauthorized businesses relating to online scams last year, and a growing trend among younger 19 to 40-year-olds looking for a quote-unquote quick way to make money being scammed. Castledine said one of the major problems was that the FCA could only issue takedown notices one account at a time, while scammers could engage in quote lifeboating, end quote, creating multiple similar email accounts so they can reappear online almost immediately. Meta is earning a fortune on deluge of fraudulent ads, documents show. Meta projected 10% of its 2024 revenue would come from ads for scams at banned goods, documents seen by Reuters show. And the social media giant internally estimates that its platforms show users 15 billion scam ads a day. Among its responses to suspected rogue marketers, charging them a premium for ads and issuing reports on quote-unquote scammiest scammers. Meta internally projected late last year that it would earn about 10% of its overall annual revenue, or about $16 billion from running advertising for scammed and banned goods, internal company documents show. And it goes on. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we're told by Meta that Facebook is doing its best to address this, they have a financial incentive to do nothing.
That's the sad reality here.
That's the crazy part. $16 billion on scammed ads. And I just sit here and wait and say, wait a minute. How would they have that metric? How would they understand that that metric, 10% of our revenue, comes from ads that are scamming people? Unless they actually understand which ads are scamming people.
There you go.
And if you actually understand what ads are scamming people and you're not taking them down, ladies and gentlemen, it's incredible that this is an admission. It's something that I think everyone suspects from Facebook and these big tech giants, that they're just screwing people over for money. But it's actually crazy when someone like Reuters reports on this and says, oh yeah, they know full well.
Well, and it's equally frustrating that it's happening to us and targeting our audience. As we've said in the past, we are very protective of MP Nation, and we're trying to do everything that we absolutely can to prevent this from happening. And the platform that is hosting our information, in this case Meta, is not doing anything to help us. So in the meantime, please be advised that we will never, ever send a friend request, because our Northern Perspective page cannot do that. You can like the page, you can follow the page, but we will never send you a friend request. And we will never send you a friend request from our personal profiles either, because we keep those completely separate from Northern Perspective. Also, if you suspect that you have been contacted by a fake profile from Northern Perspective, please take screenshots and please report the fake profile to the platform that it's on. And
hopefully it actually gets taken down, and hopefully we don't have to wait 6 weeks for this. But this is deplorable service and a deplorable response from a company that I can't say should know better, but has been proven by a reputable journalist that does know better.